Good morning, everyone. I am up this morning and uh, trying to get some new technology going here. My nephew had put on up for me on last night, and so I want to briefly speak to you this morning before we get out of here for the weekend, and want to just thank everybody for being supportive of what I'm doing as far as the inspirational and encouraging talks in the morning. I really enjoy getting up and talking to you um, before your days get started. And not only, I want you to know, I pray that it encourages you, but it also encourages me. And I just want you to know once again, for all of my viewers and all of my supporters, that I thank you so much for what it is that you help me by supporting me to bring to the table. And so I myself enjoy coming and speaking to you. And good morning. Good morning. Uh, so this morning, what I wanted to talk a little bit on is building your own table. That's what I wanted. That's what came to mind. Building your own table. And what I mean by that, and I just want to say these couple of words to you this morning to help you to maybe over the weekend just take a look at some of the things that you are trying to do, some of the things that you got in your head to do, and you're working really hard to get there. So um, here's my thing. When I say build your own table, and I'm talking to myself as well, because I've learned some things along the way by starting anew, um, is that you can't sit at everybody else's table. I believe uh, Steve Harvey said that. You can't sit at everybody else's table, and especially when they don't want you at their table. So, what I mean by that on this morning, you can't continue to try to help and build somebody else that don't want you to help them to build. Um, or they don't want you in it 100% because they feel like you trying to take their thunder, and that's not what you're doing. You know that that's not what you're doing. You're doing your own thing, and you might just need a little advice from somebody that has already been down that road where you're trying to go. So I'm saying to you this morning, because it's something that I've had to internalize myself, is build your own table. You build your own table. In other words, you put on your table what you want to put on your table to help you to grow. It's like myself. I am trying to get used to and build other uh, outlets in order for me to be able to do what it is that I'm trying to do, that this path that I'm on, and I am enjoying it. And I'm enjoying it because of the people who support me in what I'm doing. But I'm also enjoying it because God gave me a task, and He always gave me this gift that I have. And I pray that He continues to allow it to grow. But I not only pray that for myself, I also pray that for you. I also pray that for you. And so, what I'm saying here on this morning, it may sound repetitive. It may sound like, well, are you taking digs at somebody? And that's not what it is. And none of that. What it is that as I sit back, meditate, and investigate myself to see what is it that I need to be doing, and then enjoy what I'm doing. And what I use when I say things over and over again, it's because I want you to get it. I want you to understand that we're in this thing together. All of us are in this together. It doesn't benefit me to want to grow and to develop something and don't want my sisters and brothers to grow. That's crazy. We can do different things, provide different services, but that's what makes the world go round. It's the fact that people can go out and obtain more than one thing. And even if it's the same service that somebody else provides, guess what? More than one person can do that thing that's being done. So my thing with you all this morning, whoever I'm speaking to this morning, I want you to start kind of sit back and look at what are some of the things that I want to do, because I want to build my own table. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm always sitting at somebody else's table because I feel like they can do it and I could never do it. Or I'm trying to do something and the table where I'm sitting at, those people are trying 100% to keep me or you. And when I'm talking about this, I'm just talking about an overall projects that I've got going on. And I know you probably got some projects going on. But listen here, I tell y'all all the time, you got to move in silence when you're doing some things. You have to do it because you're already going to receive some critics. People are going to already criticize you. But guess what? Let the task already be done. Let it be complete. By the time they see it, it's already done. Because I told y'all the other day, people love to measure themselves up against you. It's easy for somebody to measure themselves against you, but it's hard for them to measure themselves up against God. See, so what I'm saying about that is that when God instills something in you, don't you know that those gifts, he gonna make them grow. As long as you taking one step, he gonna carry you the rest of the way. You don't have to worry about what somebody say, what somebody feel. I don't want to break up friendships, relationships, or whatever. God says, I gave you the ability to do it. I gave you the gift. I need you to work on to water that gift. And that takes sometimes, I can tell y'all, it takes sometimes falling down. But guess what? That's your table. You're building your own table. Sounds simple, but it's really not. Because when you're building your own table, sometimes it's going to take finances. It's going to take some money to stack up what you need at that table. Because you remember one thing, you're trying to feed yourself from your table. If nobody else joins you at your table, that's all right. If nobody else wants what you are serving or providing, that's all right. Because you are preparing a table that you will be able to eat at. And guess what? Even though it may be costly, it might even cost some people walking out your life. It might even cost you that. And it may just cost you a couple of dollars that you didn't have written into the budget. But that's all right, because God gonna give that back to you too. So don't worry about that. Just keep, as he speak to you, you keep doing what you are doing. Keep moving in silence, people, please. Keep moving in silence. Whatever it is that you're trying to discover. Sometimes we're not right there yet in everything that we want to do, but while you're discovering yourself, while you're pulling things together, keep building that table. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you're going to be proud of yourself from building that table, because it's your table. It's your table. And guess what? Can't nobody take that from you. I'm proud of whatever you're doing, even before the project is finished. Because I know that there are many of you out there who are doing some things. You just haven't rolled it out yet. But don't just let that be the only thing that you do. Because once you start building your table, let me tell you, I know because I'm building the table right now. When you start building the table, more and more things come to mind. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to tap into this resource and see if I can get so and so to come in and share some information with me on how to do this thing, how to increase what you're already doing. And I'm telling you, you'll be so proud of yourself because you're building a table. What many people say, I'm going to go in lay terms with this, you're building a brand. You want to build a brand for your family. You're building a brand for your children and your children's children and the lineage down the road that may be able to step on the foundation that you created and move it forward from there. They don't have to do things the same way. They don't have to even do what you do, but they're at that table because you brought them to the table and with the gifts that they have. So never, ever, ever limit them because they're going to build some tables too. My grandson with his t-shirt business, and he makes other things too. I watch him, how intense he is with the brand that he's building. And I'm proud of him. And I would never, ever put him down for his efforts. But if I see some things where I say, sweetie, I think you can kind of tweak that. See, he's still building his own table. He's still building his own brand. And he's been in it for almost 2 years now. And someone else, as I told him, may look at what you're doing and try to minimize it, but you take your gift and you run with your gift. You appreciate your gift. And when you do that, you just keep moving in silence. And when God shows you new things to do, you can do that too. Just add to your table. That's all you're doing. And you know, it makes you all the proud when your kids doing even that little simple thing as other people might see it. Oh, it's not much to that. Anybody can do that. Yeah, other people can do. Other people can do what I'm doing. Other people are doing what I'm doing. But the thing of it is, it's just a different face that people see. And people may not like my face and what I'm doing. But there are other people with YouTube channels in which just got it started up. My nephew came over and got that up and running for me. And we got to tweak some things. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. Then got the Facebook and I also got the Instagram page. So just trying to just set foundations because I realize right now where I'm at is I'm building a table. I want the same thing for you. I do. Because once I see another woman grow, that does me good. When I see another man growing, that does me good. Because you know what? That's what life is about. So, what I'm saying this morning, don't become stagnated because of what somebody else or how somebody else might feel about what you are doing. Be proud of what you are doing and give it every effort that you have. And know that in it, as long as your heart is in the right place and you are passionate about what you are doing, God is going to make that thing grow. Nikisha, God is going to make what you do grow. He's really going to make it grow. He's going to make it grow in such a manner where when you're riding down the road in your car, all you can do is just think of the goodness of God and how he's speaking to you in your mental, how he's showing you new things every day. And then when he shows them to you, you begin to identify with his reasoning behind it as you keep moving. It's so important for all of us to keep moving. It's so important for all of us to understand that what's in me is flourishing. What's in me is growing. What's in me is going to another level. What is in me, it may be a service offered by somebody. But you know what? If somebody doesn't enjoy my service, I thank God that it's another service type like mine that they can go through because all of us can grow. And we shouldn't get angry because somebody else can do the same thing that we can do. What are we angry about? It's enough competition in this world going on. You don't have to get mad at somebody else for what they doing. That's their table. That don't have nothing to do with you. Somebody else's table have nothing to do with you. Build your own. Be proud of your works. Know that you deserve whatever that meal is at your table. You deserve it. You don't have to ask nobody else for a bite at your own table. But the overall thing is to get away from people's table that don't want your company. Get away from that. And in life, how do you relate that to life? As you going through life, as you going through your day, today and every other day forward, I want you to remember something. You are the only person that's stuck with you. I say that all the time. I mean that. And I have to reflect on that. And you need to reflect on that. You are the only person that's stuck with you. So therefore, you don't worry about somebody else, what they got going on. You just know, hey, I'm the most important person in my life. Yes, you welcome in my life if you want to be a part of it. Because not only am I building a table, I am also building me. I'm building up Electra. You this morning, Nakisha, you're building up Nakisha, and you and others who may be watching this morning. You're building. And you got to keep this in your head so no one else can come along and try to destroy that and take that from you or rob you of that. Because people are naturally in a mindset. It just happens. If so and so do this, they're gonna try to take away from me. No, no, no. That's not what people are doing. People just trying to invest in themselves. And why should you feel bad about investing in yourself? See, that's what happens. That's really the overall game. When people come into your life and they're trying to take away from you, they don't want you to invest in yourself. Anybody in your life that isn't adding to your life, guess what? They're trying to rob you of your investments, of yourself. Don't let people do that. Don't allow no one to take your dreams, your goals, your table away from you. No, you can't move my table. This is my table. And if you don't want to sit here with me, if you don't want to be on this journey with me, I think you need to move from this table. In fact, I'm going to give you an invitation to leave. I'm going to give you an invitation, not somebody else. I'm going to give you this invitation myself to leave my table. May seem like a small thought, but it's really not, because I'm telling you, I've been meditating on that thing. And when I thought about it, I said, okay, this is what he's trying to get me to realize. Electra, build your own table. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed to put out there things that you've been wanting to do. Yeah, you've done a lot of other things, but I got some new things that's swelling up. I know they are. They're swelling up on the inside of you. And guess what? I've already made the way for you. Just keep walking, and keep building the table. And you know what? How I know I'm building the right table. I'm building my table, and it's gonna have stability to it because people are coming and wanting to help and assist me. Oh, I can help you with that. Ain't lecture. Oh, I can do that for you. It's no problem. And it's not even a monetary thing. Cause that's not even what I'm doing. I mean, it's like stuff that I need done and I just don't know how to do it. Like I just didn't know how to set up a YouTube channel. I didn't know how to set up Instagram. My nephew, ain't lecture anything you need, I'll help you with it to the best of my ability. At least we can get it started. It's not just a dream. Okay. Then we have the women's circle that's going to be starting up. Where it's already we met, and so it'll be taking place every other Wednesday, and it's going to be on YouTube, and so we're just setting up. That's another part of this platform is that we'll just have discussions, things that women are faced with all the time. Women are faced with depression. Women are faced with body shaming. It's things that self-esteem, you know, things that we have to start addressing as women and talking about it and not feeling like I'm just out here going through this by myself. So we've met and we've prayed about that too. And you know what? We'll be going live with that prayerfully on this coming Wednesday. And it'll be on YouTube and Instagram. If we have a few technical problems, we're just going to fix that and keep moving because you make some stumbles along the way. But guess what? If you never try it, you don't know if you're going to fail or not. You just don't know. Then my niece will be doing for another project that I got going. She offered, she does photography. She has her own business, and she's offered to do my photo shoots for me. So what I'm saying is people are in place because they want to go on that journey with you. And when they see that you're on this journey and you're on it for the right reason, and it's not about nobody else, they join you. They want to be at that table with you. They want to do some things with you, and they do it of no cost because they want to see you grow. When I say that I want to see you grow, I really mean it. Because I know that God got some gifts on the inside of you that it's going to blow your mind when you start moving on them. It is. Because you know why I can say that? Because it did that for me. It just blew my mind when I started doing that thing that he laid on my mind's heart. I tell you, I enjoy it. But not only that, he continues to open up other things to me. He feeds my mind and my brain. Every time I turn around, he's dropping something else in there. And all he's telling me is to be steady, stay focused. Because you in the ride of your life. I say that to you. You in the ride of your life. You might not feel that way. Whatever you are starting on, you might already have started doing that thing. Like my daughter, we were supposed to do an interview, but some things came up last week. So we're resetting that interview of her business. But we're gonna get that thing done. We're gonna get that done. I'm so proud of her. Because guess what? She's building her own brand. See how she's building her brand. Her son is branched off of that. And so you see how it flourishes when you build your own table. And I was sharing with her, she's getting people, but I say over time, it'll grow. It's going to keep growing. You just keep doing what you're doing, because that's not the only thing she does. She does juicing. She does. My daughter has a lot of different stuff that she's indulging in, but she also have some new ideas which she passes by me, and I'm like, that sounds really good. Try it. Encourage somebody else to do that. You can do more than one thing. You can. And you know what does you all the good and what makes you so happy is when you sit there and you find joy in the life of somebody's life that's flourishing, that you once saw them in tears, but now you see them just moving from one thing to the next. And you see them feeling good about what they're doing. That does you all the good, because you know one thing, they sitting at their own table. My daughter sits at her own table. You sit at your own table. I sit at my own table. Not asking nobody to come along and do this for me. I got to get up and move and build my own table. And that's why I'm telling you, do the same. Do the same. And doors will open up for you. And they don't have to look like other people think they ought to look. It just need to look well enough for you to sit down and sup at your own table. That's your table. Be proud about it. Feel good about it. And guess what? You walk in that thing. You walk in that. Whatever it is, you walk in it. And as people come along the way to encourage you, that want to encourage you, that want to be on that journey with you, welcome and invite them in, because they want to invest in you. Yes, they do. People that come along to help me, they're investing in me. And guess what? I'm investing in me. And when I see that next woman doing something, I want to invest in her any way that I can. And it might just be encouraging her along the way. You got to invest in somebody else, because look here, this thing never really ends as long as we are living. If I'm gonna live another day, the least I can do is grow. Let me say that again. If I live to see another day, every day that I live to see in my mind, if I can't do nothing else, at least I can grow. That's another day of growth. That's another day of growth. I'm not going to stay on here long this morning. I just wanted to drop in and just share that with you before we get ready to move into our weekend. And something I want all of you to do, spend this weekend, sometime this weekend, meditating on you. Please do that. Meditate on you. Do something for just you. Build your own table. If you don't know how to build it, how to get started, pray and ask God to show you. What do I need to do to build my table? I know you can do it. I know you can. It's in you. And guess what? I know you excited. I am too. I'm excited for you, because we need to be excited for one another. Now, you go on about your business. You have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on next week. I love you, and so does God. Bye-bye. Good morning, everyone. I am up this morning and trying to get some technology going here. My nephew had put up me on last night, and so I want to briefly speak to you this